Monica felt the sting of Rachel's words, but she tried to keep her composure. She knew that Rachel was just a product of the same societal pressures that had been bearing down on Dan, but it still hurt to hear the words, to feel like she was being discarded like a used thing. Rachel's tirade continued, with insults and jabs aimed directly at Monica's heart. "You're not even a real woman," Rachel sneered. "A real woman can bear children. You're just a waste of space." Dan watched from the sidelines, his expression unreadable. Monica wondered if he'd stand up for her, if he'd defend her against his sister's vicious words. But he remained silent, his eyes fixed on some point beyond Monica's shoulder. The pain was almost physical, like a knife twisting in Monica's gut. She felt like she was being torn apart, like she was losing her grip on reality. And in that moment, she knew she had to find a way out, for her own sanity and survival. A week later, a drama unfolds, with Dan's girlfriend standing in the living room, her eyes flashing with accusation. "You're the father," she said, her voice firm. "You need to take responsibility." Dan's face darkened, and he raised his voice. "I'm not the father," he snapped. "Leave my house and go find the real father." The argument escalated, with both parties raising their voices. In the heat of the moment, Dan let slip a phrase that would change everything. "I'm infertile," he said, his words hanging in the air like a challenge. "I couldn't father a child even if I wanted to." Monica stood frozen in the hallway, her heart sinking like a stone. She felt like she'd been punched in the gut, all the air sucked out of her lungs. All these years she'd suffered, blamed herself, felt inadequate. And it was all a lie. The betrayal cut deep. How could Dan watch her suffer, blame her, bring other women home, knowing all along that the problem wasn't hers? The weight of his deception crushed her, and Monica wondered how she'd ever be able to forgive him. The love she once had for Dan seemed like a distant memory, replaced by a deep-seated anger and hurt. Monica's scream echoed through the house, a raw, anguished sound that seemed to shake the very foundations of their world. Tears streamed down her face as she packed her belongings, her hands shaking with rage and hurt. Dan, realizing too late the damage he'd done, rushed to stop her. "Monica, wait," he begged, grabbing her arm. "Don't go, please. I didn't mean to hurt you." But Monica shook him off, her eyes blazing with anger. "You've been hurting me for years," she spat, her voice trembling with emotion. "You've been lying to me, blaming me, humiliating me, and it was all for nothing." Dan fell to his knees, his face twisted in desperation. "Forgive me," he pleaded. "I was wrong. I was so wrong. I love you, Monica. Please don't leave me."